जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यशोदानन्दन व्रज जनरञ्जन यमुनातीरवनचारी यमुनातीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Dara Mataji, for singing the Jai Radha Madhav. So we'll start with the prayers for today. I'll just share my screen here. So any volunteers to recite the prayers? Devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad Pranam, may I try?
Yeah, please go ahead, Vasant Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dhanavad Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshur-unmilitam yena Tasmai Shri-Guruve Namaha Sri-Chaitanya-manobhishtam Sthapitam yena bhutale Swayam Rupa kada mahyam Dadati swapadantikam Vandeham Sri-Guru Sri-Yutapad-Kamalam Sri-Guru-Navaishnavamscha Sri-Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana-Raghunathan Vitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam परिजन संहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादानां सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखां वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त श्रीराधा कान्त नमोऽस्तु ते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी श्रीराधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ramo, Hare Ramo, Ramo Ramo, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, then with pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Vashan Prabhu, for reciting the prayers today. So we're going to start with a new chapter, chapter 11. So the chapter 10 summary has been discussed yesterday, right? Am I right?
Yes, Prabhuji, yesterday it was discussed.
Okay. Sure. Today we'll start with the universal form. Vishwarupa, Lord's Vishwarupa. So we'll start with the first verse. So I'll just recite the verse and then you can take turns to recite. Arjuna Uvacha Maddanugrahaya Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Shamyitam Yat Tvayotvam Pachastena Moha Ayam Vigato Mama. Yeah, devotees, anyone else would like to recite?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji and I can also try Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees and Nam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada and Gurudev. Arjuna Uvacha Mad Anugrahya Paramam Guhyam Adhyatma Samsnitam Yatyaktot Yatvaktotam Vachastena Mohoyam Vigato Mama. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Anyone else, devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, would like to read the universal form, text 1. Arjuna uvacha mad anugrahaya paramam guchham adhyatma samsnitam yat tvaktam vachastena mohoyam bhigato mama.
Yeah, thank you, Mataji. Anyone else, devotees, would like to recite?
I can try Prabhuji. Arjuna Vacha Man Anugraha Paramam Guham Admatma Samajnitam Yat Teko Tektatam Vachasteno Moho Ayam Vigato Mamo. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu. Anyone else would like to recite? Okay, we'll go to synonyms and translation and purport. Yeah. Anyone would like to read synonyms and translation?
Yeah, I can read.
Yeah, please.
Hare Krishna. Arjuna Uvacha, Arjuna said, Mattanugrahaya, just to show me favor, Paramam, supreme, Guhyam, confidential subject, Adhyatma, spiritual, Samjitam, in the matter of, yet what, Tvaya, by you, Tam, said, Vacha, words, Tena, by that, Moha, illusion, I am this, Vigata is removed, Mama, my. Translation by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Arjuna said, by my hearing the instructions you have kindly given me about these most confidential spiritual subjects, my illusion has now been dispelled.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Raghu Prabhu. Anyone like to read the purport, devotees?
I
Hare
can.
Krishna.
Go ahead,
Hare
Mataji.
Prabhuji. You can read,
No,
Prabhuji.
go ahead, Mataji.
Okay, thank you. Dandavat Pranam. This chapter reveals Krishna as the cause of all causes. He is even the cause of the Mahavishnu, from whom the material universes emanate. Krishna is not an incarnation, he is the source of all incarnations. That has been completely explained in the last chapter. Now, as far as Arjuna is concerned, he says that his illusion is over. This means that Arjuna no longer thinks of Krishna as a mere human being, as a friend of his, but as the source of everything. Arjuna is very enlightened and is glad that he has such a great friend as Krishna. But now he is thinking that although he may accept Krishna as the source of everything, others may not. So, in order to establish Krishna's divinity for all, he is requesting Krishna in this chapter to show his universal form. Actually, when one sees the universal form of Krishna, one becomes frightened like Arjuna. But Krishna is so kind that after showing it, he converts himself again into his original form. Arjuna agrees to what Krishna has several times said. Krishna is speaking to him just for his benefit. So Arjuna acknowledges that all this is happening to him by Krishna's grace. He is now convinced that Krishna is the cause of all causes and is present in everyone's heart as the Supersoul. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Dhara Mataji. So we'll read the verse 2 and also discuss together both verses. So I'll recite the verse 2. Bhava apyayo hi bhutanam shrutau vishtarasho maya tvattah kamalapatraksha mahatmyam api cha avyayam. Yeah, anyone would like to recite the verse number 2?
May I try, Prabhuji?
Yeah, please.
Thank you. भवाप्ययो हि भूतानां श्रुत्रो विस्तरशो मया त्वत्त्वः कमलपत्राक्ष महात्मयमपि चाव्ययम्. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Anyone else, devotees?
Yeah, I
I
can.
can tell.
I
Yeah,
can.
please go ahead.
Yeah. Bhavapyayo hi bhutanam shrutau vistaraso maya vata kamala patraksha mahatmayam apicha chavayam.
Yeah, thank you, Raghu Prabhu. Anyone else, devotees?
Yes, Pooja, I can try. Bhavapayo hi bhutanam sutau vistarosho maya tatto kamalo patraksha mahatmayam opi chabhayam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah, let's go to synonyms and translation. Yeah, anyone would like to read synonyms and translation? Please.
I can read, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna devotees, Dandavat Pranam, Krishna Prabhupada Gurudev. Bhava, appearance. Apyayo, disappearance. He, certainly. Bhutanam, of all living entities. Shrutau, have been heard. Vish, Vistara, in detail. Maya, by me. Tattva, from you. Kamalapatraksha, O lotus-eyed one. Mahatmayam, glories. Api, also. Cha, and. Avyayam, inexhaustible. Translation, purport by His Divine Grace, His Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. O lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity and have realized your inexhaustible glories. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, thank you, Subha Prabhu. So it's a small purport. Anyone else would like to read purport, devotees? Yes, Mataji.
Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Arjuna addresses Lord Krishna as lotus-eyed. Krishna's eyes appeared just like the petals of a lotus flower out of his joy, for Krishna has assured him in a previous chapter, Aham Krishnasya Jagatah Prabhava Pralayas Tatha. I am the source of the appearance and disappearance of this entire material manifestation. Arjuna has heard of this from the Lord in detail. Arjuna further knows that in spite of his being the source of all appearances and disappearances, he is aloof from them. As the Lord has said in the 9th chapter, he is all pervading, yet he is not personally present everywhere. That is the inconceivable opulence of Krishna, which Arjuna admits that he has thoroughly understood. Back to Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Bharshati Mataji. Any thoughts you'd like to share, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. So here Krishna is a lotus eyed. He is very, very beautiful. That's what Arjuna addresses him, lotus eyed. Krishna's everything is beautiful because he is the supreme, he is the primeval Lord, he is Adi Purusha. And Krishna also told Arjuna in the previous chapters about his opulences, his glories, and he has innumerable opulences, uncountable. So that's why, and Krishna is the he can manifest in this material world, in this entire world, and he is the primary creator. He is the creator of this material world, whereas Brahma is the secondary creator. And Lord told Arjuna that about the his creations, and he can destroy and he create everything by his own will in the particular 100 years of Lord Brahma. And but he is aloof, he is there but he is not there. So we read this one in the chapter 9, I think. And so like in a sky, the sky, the wind goes, the sky is there and wind also in the sky, but wind goes its own directions, that is not controlled by Krishna. Whereas the wind and sky both are Krishna's property. So like that, Krishna is aloof from the from them, from his creations. And so because Krishna gave all the living entities a free will, so with that free will, the living entities decides what they will do. Krishna has no control on that. And Prabhuji, that's my understanding. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Bharshati Mataji. So Krishna's one of the sweetness, how beautiful you mentioned. Do you remember the first verse, Mataji? Adaram Maduram?
Yeah.
Maybe you want to sing that verse.
I'll sing. Adharam madhuram nayanam madhuram. Sorry, adharam madhuram nayanam
Vadanam,
madhuram
Vadanam. I think it's
hridayam madhuram. I don't want to sing
Adaram Maduram, Vadanam Maduram, right?
vadanam. Yeah. अधरं मधुरं वदनं मधुरं नयनं मधुरं हसितं मधुरं हृदयं मधुरं गमनं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरं मधुराधिपतेरखिलं मधुरम्.
Very
Very
well.
nice. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So we can see the sweetness. This is a song that Vallabhacharya wrote. It's called Madhurashtakam. So, obviously Vallabhacharya was an exalted devotee. He could meditate upon the Lord's limbs, and he's saying how the Lord is, everything is sweet. So in this verse also, devotees, we are seeing how Krishna is mentioned as in this lotus-eyed one, Kamala Patra Aksha. So he's a lotus-eyed one. So Arjuna is addressing Krishna in different verses, different names. So in this verse, everything has significance. I mean, what we can understand is very limited. But whenever Arjuna addresses Krishna in a certain name, it has a specific significance. For example, in one verse, Arjuna addresses Krishna as Madhusudana. So in that verse, Arjuna says that, "O Krishna, you are actually killer of demon Madhu, but you're asking me to kill my own relatives, Bhishma and all friends. How is that?" So sarcastically, Arjuna addresses, "Oh Madhusudana, how is that you're asking me to kill my own relatives?" So like that, in this verse, Arjuna is addressing Kamala, Patraksha, like, oh lotus-eyed one. So, I mean, Prabhupada obviously mentions that Krishna's eyes just appears like a petals of lotus flower. But there are many reasons why Arjuna could address like that. So, I mean, what Acharyas explain is just some few aspects of what is in the discussion between Arjuna and Krishna. So we'll just glance through these two verses and then we'll see what is the connection between chapter 10. So chapter 10 is titled as Opulence of the Absolute. So Krishna is explaining personally Arjuna that, oh Arjuna, I'm going to give you knowledge which is better than what I already explained. So Krishna is giving systematically how the whole existence is sustaining in him. He is like the beginning, middle, and the end. The whole existence is sustaining in him. And how to achieve Krishna's favor, how to achieve Krishna's mercy is also given by Krishna. So he says that even demigods do not know him because he is the origin of all the demigods. And then he gives specific verses how the devotees, pure devotees, can reach him by this unalloyed devotion. And like Chatusloki Bhagavad Gita, right? The verse number 9, 10, 11, 8, 9, 10, 11. So in those verses, Krishna gives a specific instance of how bhakti is so potent that by this process of bhakti, we don't have to be so intelligent. We can just have simple, like devotion to Krishna, and Krishna will reveal everything in our heart, how to even achieve, how to reach Him. All that Krishna reveals. So that particular verse is also in the chapter 10. And then Krishna again gives a detailed explanation of all his opulences and how he is the super soul in everyone's heart. And then in the avatars, in the Purusha avatars, he's like Lord Vishnu, and then he says the out of Vedas, who is he? Like that, Krishna gives like the chief opulences in the whole creation, and how we can see him. Like that, Krishna is giving in detail all the explanations. And at the end of the chapter 10, Krishna just gives one final concluding verse. So it's like Kim. Whenever the word Kim comes in the Sanskrit, Kim, like what. So it's basically like Krishna is just saying like what is the need for all this detailed explanation, Arjuna. Ekam sena sito jagat. Just like one fraction of me, the whole universe is sustaining. So situated, like whole universe is. So it's like, for example, we all have understanding what is like a diamond. Like, so diamond is measured by carats. A small diamond is so valuable. Like that, Krishna is all powerful. So what Krishna is saying is, one fragment of his power, of his energy, can sustain this whole creation. So that much opulence Krishna has. So, but then, is giving this detailed knowledge and is also contradicting, saying that this detailed knowledge is just a fragment of what you could understand out of the whole energies of Krishna. So Krishna's energies are just for our understanding, it is classified into Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti, and the marginal tatashta sakti, the marginal potency, the internal energy, external energy, and the marginal energy. So the internal energy is the spiritual universe, the spiritual creation. The external energy is the material creation, and the marginal energy is all the jivatmas that we have, all the living entities, they are all marginal energies. So Krishna in this chapter, he is just explaining about even the internal, the marginal energy as well as the Bahiranga Shakti, like all the souls, all the Jivatmas are marginal potency, marginal energy of Krishna, and the external energy is all this universe. So when Krishna is mentioning of all the Devata, on the Indra, like that. So Indra is also a person. So Indra is also a soul, the Atma, and that is the marginal energy of Krishna. So like that, when Krishna says Mrugendro Aham, of all the Mrugas, I am the Mrugendra, like I'm the lion, like that. So when Krishna says like that, is the specific living entities. And Krishna also says that is pointing to Vedas, is pointing to mountains, Himalayas, like that. So both Prakriti and Jivatmas, Krishna's specific opulences, Krishna is mentioning in the 10th chapter. So at the end, but Krishna says that what is the need? Because my opulence is so vast that even with a fragment of that, the entire universe can be maintained. So now, like all of this, with all of this knowledge, now Arjuna is now entering into this chapter 11. Now Arjuna is speaking, Arjuna Vacha. So Arjuna is saying that how merciful the Lord has shown him a special favor, and it is special favor that he is acknowledging that favor, and he's also acknowledging this is so confidential. Guhyam Adhyatma Sangnitam. So it's very confidential. So much knowledge that Lord has given. And now he's saying Moha Ayam Vigatam Mama. So his illusion is being dispelled. So devotees, this Moha, illusion, dispelling this illusion in the material world is not so easy. So there are layers and layers of illusion. So for example, somebody may be a big a movie actor or a cinema a sports player, or anything. You go into this material world, it goes deeper and deeper and deeper inside. It creates layers of illusion that people can easily forget who they are, what is their identity, what is this creation, what is the purpose of life. But everything they can understand is only whatever the illusion they are covered by. So like that, there are multiple layers of illusion, and the living entity can easily be covered by illusion because they are marginal energy. So Prabhupada gives this example. If you go to ocean, the ocean, sometimes the land is covered by water, sometimes the land is covered by dry land, right? So that's like the middle. The waves comes sometimes and the waves go back. So that land which is sometimes covered by water and sometimes not covered by water, it is like that. So we are like the marginal energy that we can be covered by Maya, or we can be free of illusion, like Arjuna was saying that Vigatamama, like he's free of it, dispelled from illusion. So to dispel that illusion, we need something like a sun. Sun, like when sun comes in the morning, the fog can immediately get vanished. So that's why this light is like the energy of Krishna, right? Similarly, the the illusion that is we are covered by in this material world is this six layers of vices: kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, maksharya. So in this six, moha is one of them. So moha, illusion, is one of the vices that covers us, but there are other vices also: kama, krodha, lobha, moha, mada, maksharya. Like, so all of these vices can cover, and it can actually make us caught in this cycle of birth and death. So this moha is one of the moha. To release ourselves from the illusion, it takes the law knowledge from the scriptures which is given by the Lord, and ultimately a connection with the Lord. So the connection with the Lord, like I said last time, if you have to see yourself in the mirror, you have to take the help of the light. So similarly, if you have to understand who you are not this body, your soul. That for that illusion to clear, you should understand who the Lord is. So it goes parallelly hand in hand. So that's why this moha, getting rid of this moha, is not so easy. It's so difficult. In fact, it is so difficult that we can try any amount of ways, but unless we come to the process of bhakti yoga, the directly connecting with the Lord through the process of love and devotion, it is not possible to release ourselves from this moha illusion. So the what is the illusion? The illusion is simple words. I am this body. Whatever is connected with this body is mine, and me and mine. So that is the illusion. So in the Srimad Bhagavatam also it says that so the verse that Bharat Maharaj and all the 100 sons was given the knowledge. So in that verse, he points out that this aham mameti, so this me and mine, this the whole thing is surrounded with that is called the real illusion. So Prabhupada points out in the Bhagavad Gita introduction that this whole illusion, to dispel the whole illusion, we need to take the help of the spiritual master and Shastra. Of course, the Lord gives the scriptures, and Lord also sends the spiritual master to dispel that illusion that we are covered in. So, so when we think we are the body, we think we are the matter, then there is no point in understanding that we are a elevated spiritual being. So the matter and spirit. So understanding the difference between these two, that's the whole spiritual knowledge is involved in this. So now coming back to this verse, now Arjuna is saying that my illusion is being dispelled. So now if you take this verse, now Arjuna is saying his already illusion is gone. So and all of the discussions that coming after this is basically Arjuna is clarifying, for the others' sake of others. So like Arjuna is also understanding that I am Krishna. I may be considered as Krishna's very close friend. I may be a Saka, like in the Sakya Bhav. But what about others might misunderstand? I have to let others know that how Krishna is really the supreme. So for that reason, now Arjuna is asking more questions, and he's asking Krishna to even show his opulence in the form of universal form, Vishwarupa. Right? Anyone, like in the modern world, like in the Kali Yuga, we see a lot of these people saying that I am the incarnation, I am God. People queue up like, long queues, and they want to take darshan. But if God is not so cheap that anyone can say he is God, God means is really very powerful. The whole creation is behind him, so he is behind the whole creation. So imagine such a personality, so in this case, Krishna is able to show Vishwarupa, and he's in the Vishwarupa, Krishna is giving darshan of Lord Shiva, Brahma, all the demigods. He is able to see whatever Arjuna wanted to see, he was able to see in this form. So such was the powerful darshan that Lord Krishna was able to give. And this is just a fraction of Lord's energy to just show the universal form. And he's also showing the Chaturbhuja form of Lord Narayana form. And then finally, Krishna takes into the two-handed form. It's a very beautiful form. So all of this, Krishna is now showing in this chapter to dispel the doubts of everybody else who may think Krishna is ordinary person. But Arjuna is already understood. But for the sake of devotees like us who may doubt, so now Krishna is showing this universal form. So which is what Prabhupada is also saying in this purport. So now on the second verse, like we already discussed, Arjuna is discussing Krishna, is addressing Krishna as Kamala Patraksha Mahatmayam api cha avyayam. So avyayam means inexhaustible. So like we have an understanding that is exhaustible, right? Anything we take in the material world is exhaustible. All the resources is, they say limited resources. So we have to use it properly. Everything is limited, but even Krishna's energies are unlimited. He's inexhaustible. Like how much ever we conceive, we cannot actually understand the end, the limits of Krishna's energies. So even the universe, even the scientists understand how the universe is so vast. They cannot see the length and breadth of this universe. Similarly, Krishna is like that. So in this verse, Krishna is saying that how Bhutanam means living entities. And in the previous chapter, Krishna explained about how the everything appears and disappears, the living entities. And also in the material world, bhutva praliyate, everything is manifested and everything is unmanifested. So everything has a certain time frame set, and after that time frame, it is annihilated, again it is created. So Krishna has explained Arjuna all about this in detail, how this appearance and disappearance, everything happens in detail. And then he's acknowledging, now he's acknowledging that I've already heard in detail about how everything happens, but I wanted to now visually see how you're doing this. See, now Arjuna is taking to the another level of 3D. Now Krishna is told everything, he has heard it, but he wants to see it. Arjuna wants to physically see with the vision of how Krishna is doing everything that he is doing in the material world. So Krishna said that I am actually in everyone's heart. I am the Paramatma. In the Brahma Samhita also, Brahma says, Ekopi acho rachitam jagadanda kotim yachakti jagadanda chayadadanta andantrastu paramanu chayantrastam govinda madi purusham tamaham bhajami. So I am in every atom, parama anu, every paramanu. So Arjuna wanted to see how Krishna is doing that, how Krishna is present everywhere. How he wanted to witness that power. So just like Markandeya Rishi in Srimad Bhagavatam also said, Lord, I wanted to understand how your Maya works, how your illusion works. So then Krishna gave him a little bit of taste of how the illusion works. So like that, now Arjuna also wanted to see how the whole Vishwarupa, like how the universe is filled with Krishna's energies. How can he understand visually? So that is what Arjuna is in this chapter is going to inquire from Krishna. So these two verses, just a glimpse we discussed devotees. Let's see if anyone would like to share anything.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, then Pranam all Krishna Shri Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for wonderfully explaining. As we know, by hearing everything, in the last chapter, Arjuna now says that, all his illusion was dispelled, right? Because Krishna gave him the most confidential knowledge. So the power of, Krishna's mercy. Now Arjuna, of course, Arjuna already understood everything, but for the sake of all of us, he's asking all this. Arjuna recognized like Krishna's grace, uh, because like how when the sun comes, all the darkness will automatically go away. So wherever there is Krishna, there is actually no darkness or illusion. So that's why we can see that Krishna's supremacy is all over this chapter 11. Reveals like Krishna is the cause of all causes. Even Baswati Mataji, sings the Sarvakarana, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigrana Adhiradir Govinda Sarvakarana. He is, of course, he is the cause of all the material and the spiritual world. He is the cause of everything, even the demigods, all the living entities and everything. So that's why Arjuna requests Krishna to show him the universal form. Arjuna expresses, he clearly understood what Krishna, why Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead, and that's why out of joy now he is, addressing the lotus-eyed one. after being assured that Krishna, he is the source of all the creation, maintenance, destruction. We already read in 6th chapter, 7th chapter, even a little bit in 8th chapter, and we know that Krishna is inconvincible, okay, because he has all the opulence, wealth, and everything. So it already says that, "O light, lotus-eyed one, Kamala Patraksha," about the creation and dissolution of all beings arising from you. I have now realized your inexhaustible glories. And in the previous chapters also we saw that how Arjuna heard, when he heard the glories of Lord Krishna, because he is the supreme creator, maintainer, controller, annihilator, and everything actually. Because through him only Brahma is the secondary creator, and through him, as we know, the milk converts into yogurt. So Lord Shiva, who destroys, he is also from him. That's my understanding. Please add, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you, Subal Prabhu. Yeah, devotees, any other thoughts, devotees? You would like to share anything?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhamma Pranam, always Shilpa. So Prabhuji, as we know, the Krishna is the source of all, everything. Ong Shabosha Prabhu, Mosto Shumapavate. But from childhood, we are taught that Krishna is a Vishnu avatar. Vishnu has 10 avatars and Krishna is one of them. Where that information is given, why people know that way? Why we are taught?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah. Yes, Prabhuji. So there is a reason why people know like that way. So if you look at, I mean, even actually Krishna is a supreme, the source of everything is given in Bhagavad Gita. And if anybody reads Bhagavad Gita, I think they be able to, I mean, know, like all the Hindus or Sanatanis, for them, the scriptures is Bhagavad Gita only. So I think people don't really read Bhagavad Gita. But Krishna is actually very difficult to understand. So, I mean, even Krishna says that it's very difficult to understand him. Even Vishnu and Krishna, no difference. But in one sense, no difference. But Krishna is like the one candle, like Prabhupada gives the example. Like yesterday was Deepavali. I think a lot of you had a candle lighting all the lamps. So one candle you had a lamp, and all the other candles you were lighting with that lamp. So after you lighted, the candle that in your hand, the other candles, no difference. It's the same light that is glowing in all of them. So similarly, all the Vishnu incarnations are Vishnu tattvas, same power, but there is a difference in terms of the qualities and attributes. So Krishna is special because of his the Madhurya Bhav and the qualities, sweetness. That only devotees or very sweet, devotees can understand. But as long as at least they understand Vishnu, all Vishnu tattvas are equally powerful. Even that much knowledge is itself is great. But if somebody can deep dive into Bhagavad Gita, of course, they can understand how Krishna shows the Vishwarupa and all the Narayana avatar also he shows. So, I mean, people can understand that Krishna is a source of all the incarnations. But then there is another example I heard that when the headmaster comes, the principal comes to the class, he doesn't come directly. He tells the teacher first, okay, I'm coming. And then the teacher will inform, okay, principal is coming. And then the students knows that principal is coming, like that. So in this case, Vishnu being the in charge for this universe, Krishna comes through Vishnu as a etiquette of his appearance. But Krishna is Swarat, like he's completely independent, but still he just makes appearance through Vishnu. Like even if Narada Muni goes to, there is a pastime, right? Narada Muni basically goes to the Vishnu Vaikunta and then asks the Lord that, that there's so many miseries in the planet. Lord, and then Lord says, okay, I'm going to appear and reduce the burden of earth. So basically, that is the Mahabharat war, right? So he reduces the burden of earth from all the miscreants and then establishes the Yudhishthira Maharaj as the king. So that is basically Vishnu incarnates, but Krishna, who is the source of all incarnation, is coming. That's very confidential. Not everybody will know. But only after that incarnation happens, when Krishna speaks in Bhagavad Gita, he discloses it. And he discloses it. And of course, Narada Muni also takes part in the pastimes. But we all know, I mean, even when we are childhood, also we know like Krishna is one of the 10 prominent avatars, like starting from Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Vamana. So like that, after coming to ISKCON only, I'm understanding all this confidential details, which is not required for a common man. I mean, as for a common man, just to understand that Krishna is supreme, is as good as Vishnu. That itself is the great. And if we can deep dive and understand Krishna's vibhutis, that is really good. That if anybody can do that, they are really fortunate. That's my understanding, Prabhuji. I think.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Baldev Prabhu. Any other thoughts devotees would like to share?
Yeah, so just, based on last question, so we can understand Vishnu as the one who is in all of material creation, right? I mean, he's a Shiva Doksha Vishnu who enters each and every atom, is also Paramatma in our heart, and so on. So if you go back and then see that, like you were giving the analogy of the candle, then Krishna is still aloof. He's the one lighting all those candles, so he's aloof. But then you got the Vishnu in the Shirodoksha. Vishnu is pervading the entire creation, I mean, entire universe in the material form. Is that
Yeah, that candle, I was that represent example Prabhupada gives only for Vishnu tattvas. For example, Vamana, Varaha, Narasimha. So all of them are same power, but then they appear and disappear for a certain lila or certain pastime. So like that, all the Vishnu tattvas of same power, but different. Some are called Leela avatars, some are Purusha avatars. So like that, each avatars have certain purpose. But the Jivatmas are they are separate. They are called Jiva Tattvas. And Vishnu, all Vishnu avatars called Vishnu Tattvas. So all the living entities, ourselves, we are all Jiva Tattvas. We are not as powerful as Vishnu, but all Vishnu Tattvas are equally powerful. Like Lord Rama, Narasimha, Varaha, Vamana, they are all equally powerful. But when Krishna is, it's the Rupa Goswami elaborates in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Why is Krishna so special? It's because of his madhurya, sweetness, his flute. So like there are additional qualities that Krishna possesses, which is not there in Narayana, which is not there in other Vishnu avatar. I mean, it's just that they don't display it because Krishna is the one who possesses, and he is the source of that qualities. He is like the so, that is the sweetness. Like when we see the varieties and Krishna is created and he is the source, then there is a sweetness. When we see everything is one, there is no sweetness.
yeah? So that's why we can say that Krishna is aloof, but then his expansions are present in,
Right.
in everything. Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Prabhu. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. Dharamati, you have a question you'd like to
Hey,
share?
Krishna Prabhuji. Yes, I had a question. I understand Krishna as the supreme controller of the universe. He's the supreme Lord. But I did get asked from a distant relative that um, you know weren't able to understand that how can Rama have come from Krishna, because Ram avatar had taken place 14,000 years ago before Krishna. So, Prabhuji, I didn't know how to answer that. Maybe you can help.
Yes, they are absolutely right. And so Treta Yuga comes before, but it's a cyclical. So there is no so the spiritual we can understand like this. Um, so avatars are eternal, so they don't really come and then vanish. So like Rama avatar is eternal. So he's always happening in some universe. Lord Rama is doing his leela. So like that, Krishna's pastime is also going eternally. It's going on. So, but the time when the time comes into picture, then only we say this is first and this is second. But these are all happening eternally. These pastimes are happening, and not only that, in the spiritual world, there is also we understand that there is a Goloka Vrindavan and there is Ayodhya and there is also Mathura. Like that, in spiritual universe also there are places where Lord performs his pastimes, and in the material creation also he's doing his pastimes with the devotees who are performing, along with this, the leelas. So the three-fourth of the entire creation is spiritual, one-fourth is material. So in the three-fourth of the creation, there is already an established dham where Ayodhya dham or Jagannath Puri dham or Mathura dham or Goloka Vrindavan dham. All these dhams are already there. Lord is performing pastime. And what is being done in the material world is just a sample of what is being performed in the spiritual world. So when it comes to material world, the cycle of time is running. We say this is first, this is second, but then the Lord, it's cyclical. The Chaturayugas come like a cycle, even though it starts from Satyayuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga. So this is happening again and again, again, again. It's like Bhutva, Bhutva, Praliyate. Again, creation comes, again, the dissolution also comes. So when the Lord performs pastimes, he may perform as Lord Rama, and then again he may perform as Lord Krishna, again Vamana, Varaha. So all of these is happening maybe in one universe and parallelly happening in another universe. So not necessarily in a sequence of time. So it is happening according to the Lord's will, and so that's how it is happening. So it's not a cyclical thing. It is a Icha, it's out of his own will, Lord is performing these pastimes, and out of his own accord, he's appearing in different universes. So that is why when Lord Rama appears, there are many pastimes that happens in the current Treta Yuga, and then there are other pastimes that happen in the previous Treta Yuga. Like that, there are different pastimes that happens, which does not happen in a cyclical timely fashion. So this is one explanation you can give it, Mataji, to that person. And another explanation you can give is when Krishna appears, Krishna does one pastime with Radharani and gopis. So he says, I
Mhm.
have appeared in, I am actually Lord Rama. I constructed bridge on the ocean, and then he says, no, you are lying. And then he says, okay, I'll construct the bridge on this Yamuna river. Then Krishna calls all the Vanaras, and then all the Vanaras comes, and then they construct a bridge. That pastime also happens in the in during the Krishna's time, and that is another example how we can say that same Lord in a different form that he is establishing in a different leela.
Thank you, Prabhuji. So in every Treta Yuga, Ram Bhagwan does the same, the same, I guess his, same duties and, goes to Vanvas. Everything repeats again and again when the yugas again, go in cyclic
Yeah, it's
cycle.
same, but then it's fresh. It's always fresh, and it's always, Nava means everything is new. I mean, everything is fresh. So even though I don't know the details may be the same, but everything is fresh.
Prabhuji, even is the same, but there is some differences there.
Yeah, unique.
So when we read the Krishna's pastime, somewhere we see 11 years, somewhere we see 16 years, leaving the Vrindavan. So this is the same pastime, but it is Krishna who is when he will leave. So if you read our Vishnu Chakra Thakur, he's writing 11 years. Krishna left Vrindavan, 11 years, 6 months. Other where we see it was 16 months. So same pastime, but not necessarily Krishna will keep the same way.
Right.
So another scientific clarification, Mataji, but it will be hard for you to explain. It needs some at least one day to tell you. So in one day of Brahma, there is 1,000 Chaturjuga.
1,000.
So
I
1,000
didn't know.
What is
Chaturjuga.
that? What did you say, Prabhuji? Judah?
Chatur Yoga, Chaturjuga,
Chatur Yuga.
Chaturjug.
Oh, Chatur Yuga.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shatto, Treta, Dapur, and Kali Yug, right? So every day of Brahma, there is 1,000 Chaturjuga, 1,000 times it happens. But Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes in only one of them. That one of them happens the Jug before joy. Actually, Krishna always comes before. In other 999, first Sattva Yuga, then Dapur Yuga, then Treta Yuga, then Kali Yuga. But when Lord Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes, that is called Jug before joy. Only that time Ram comes before.
Oh, so the first Chatur Yug, the first time the cycle ever happened in this universe, it started with Dwapar Yug.
Yes. Satyajug, Tapajug, Krishna comes, then Lord Ram comes, then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. Sorry, that
Prabhuji,
way.
let me interrupt. Okay.
Don't take it out. Take it out. Every time the Chaturjuga happens, Satya, Treta, Satya, Dapur, Treta, then Kuli. Satya, Dapur, Treta, Kuli. Only one time when Krishna and Mahaprabhu comes, that is called Jug before joy. Then Treta comes after. Lord Ram's. You got my point?
Yes. Okay.
There is reverse.
Okay. So every time since the beginning of the universe, it has
Krishna
always
comes
been.
before Lord Rama.
Okay.
Dapur Yuga before. 999 times. But only one day Krishna and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. That time, Jug before joy. Lord Rama comes first and then Krishna comes.
Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for explaining. And Prabhuji, where can we, like, if we have to cite it, okay?
I
It's
cannot give
written
the exact verse number, but it is in the Bhagavatam.
in Bhagavatam? Okay.
And it is explained over there.
Wow. Okay.
This is called Jug before joy. Yoga. Like if you talk in the Bengali or Sanskrit, probably Jug, but in the, Sanskrit yoga, Bangla we call Jug.
Juga. Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. That's very unique also. Like Krishna only comes only once in 1,000 kalpas. But Lord Rama comes in every kalpa. So that is another detail that you can mention. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu just comes also following Krishna is another detail.
He comes just once in the 1,000 years.
Yes, once. Yes. Yeah, that happened to be 500 years ago that when we are present, I think we are very fortunate from that perspective.
Haribol. Thank you so much for explaining. Also, Baldev Prabhuji. Both of you, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. I think Vasant Prabhu has his hands on. Prabhuji, would you like to ask any? And also, I think Harini Mataji also.
Prabhuji, it starts with something, starts with what? Some yoga, Baldev Prabhuji was telling. I couldn't get it. I'm lost.
Yuga, you were saying Yuga cycles, like Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, that's Yuga cycles. So there are 1,000 Yuga cycles in one day of Brahma. So only Krishna comes only
What do the
once.
cycles do? Can you please be in detail? I don't understand.
Yeah, cycle meaning it's a circle, Mataji. Like so it say Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga. Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, Kali Yuga.
So it
This
starts with
cycle
Kali Yuga, Prabhuji?
starts with Satyuga.
Satya Yuga. Okay. That's a
This is
priority.
so this 4 yugas keeps rotating again 1,000 times. That is the 12 hours of Brahma's time.
Okay.
So like that, I mean, basically Mataji was asking how is Krishna appears in Dwapar Yuga and Rama appears in Treta Yuga. So how is Krishna is the source of all incarnations? So we were discussing that question. So Krishna only comes once in 1,000 kalpas.
So what do you mean it appears means he's born in that this thing? That's what I'm trying to ask.
Yeah, Krishna appearing means not born, like just like sun is appearing. So sun is always there. So morning you see the sun, it's not like sun is born, right? Sun is always there in the sky, but he is just visible to your eyes. And then when sun disappears, we say now the night time we can see him. But still sun is, is in the glowing in India, right? So like that, Krishna is always there, but he appears and disappears for our eyes. That's all. Is that
Thank
clear,
you.
Mataji?
Yes, sir. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, Mataji. You're welcome.
Mataji, if you go to the space station, they travel 16 times in one day. So if you go there, you can see sunrise and sunset 16 times a
Sunset.
day.
Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Maple Prabhuji.
So we're going for the tour to the space.
Can shuttle, right? We can take Elon Musk's help and go shuttle.
Okay. Got it, Prabhuji.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Vasant Prabhu, you have anything to share? You have a question?
Prabhuji, I have a question. Then with Pranam, all Guru Shisla Prabhupada, but I'm getting off the subject. One time I asked a senior devotee, like our avtaras, like Narsimha avatar or Vaman avatar, they come and then what happens? Like, where do they go after performing their lila? Like, Narsimha Bhagwan came and killed Hiranyakashipu, and then he he calmed down, and then what happened? So the answer I received was they go back to their abode, but uh, uh, he wasn't able to explain further than that, and where is the abode and all that. So, Prabhu, if you can enlighten, I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Hare Krishna, Danvat Pranam.
Yes, Prabhu. So our understanding of anything about the spiritual world is Shastra, like Vedic scriptures. So in the fifth canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a description about spiritual world. So when the four Kumaras they go to Vaikuntha planets, Sanaka, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara, Sananda. So they enter into Vaikuntha planets. What they see, they describe it. And that is our understanding of what is there in the spiritual world. And also when Brahma explains in the Brahma Samhita, he also explains, he gets a darshan of the spiritual world. He also gives several verses he explains. So those are how we understand the spiritual world. So in the Brahma Samhita, he says, Goloka namni nijadamni talecha tasya Devi Mahesha Haridameshu Teshu Teshu Tete Prabhavanachaya Vihithastayena Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So he says Golokadam Goloka Namni Nijadamni Talecha Tasya Devi Mahesha Haridameshu Teshu Teshu. So he says there is also Goloka Vrindavan Dham. He says Devi Dham, Haridam and Mahesh Dham. So Devi Dham means this material creation. Like this is basically protected by Mother Durga. So the whole material universe, this is called Devi Dham, and then Mahesh Dham is the where Lord Shiva resides. And then Devi Dham, Mahesh Dham, and Haridham. Haridham is the Vaikuntha planets. And then there is a Goloka Vrindavan Dham. So this is mentioned in the Brahma Samhita. So we get an idea about in the spiritual world, Prabhupada made a Goloka chart. So in that chart, there are a lot of details given. So in the whole creation, three-fourth is spiritual universe. So in that creation, they mentioned there are several dhams, like even Navadvip dham is also there, where the eternally the kirtan is going on, kirtan party is going on with the Panchatattva. And then there is also the Ayodhya Dham where Lord Rama is ruling as a king. So like that, they are performing their leelas in the spiritual world is what we understand based on the scriptures and based on the acharyas. So like when Lord Narsimha performs his pastime and he goes to the spiritual world where in the spiritual world there is no enmity or there is no fight. Everything is except fight all the other there are 12 rasas mentioned in the Shastra. So primary rasas are Santa, Dashya, Sakya, Vatsalya, and Madhurya. These are primary rasas. And then there are seven secondary rasas. In the seven secondary rasas, Hashya, like the comedy, and then there is Bhayanaka, like very scary thing. So like that. So in the spiritual world, there is no fight. There is no scary, like in when Narshima comes in this, the fight is so animated that we can see in that Mahavatar Narshima movie. It is described in Srimad Bhagavatam that when all the soldiers came, the Lord was actually piercing everybody with his nails, like this blood everywhere. There is so much violence. Like that, there is nothing in the spiritual world. Spiritual world, everything is so joyful and sweet. So when Lord comes to the material world, he performs those pastimes. But in the spiritual world, there are no pastimes like that. Maybe Lord Narsimadev will be, along with Prahlad Maharaj like that, but there is no fighting pastime that happens in the spiritual world. That is based on what I understand from Shastras. And Prabhupada also mentions that is the reason Lord comes to the material world, and he even fights with his own devotees, Jaya and Vijaya, his own doorkeepers, because there is no that fighting spirit in the spiritual world. So from that perspective, this pastime is not going on in the spiritual world. That we can say.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you for explaining. So what I'm understanding is probably in a spiritual world there are different places where the avtaras they go back. Yeah, there is no fight, but still they live there eternally. As I'm understanding, Prabhuji, is that correct?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes. Also, there is another verse in Brahma Samhita. I'm quoting Shastra because this is very confidential. Whatever we know is through Shastra only. So in Brahma Samhita, there is another verse, Ramadi Murti Shukala Niyamena Tastan Nana Avataram Akurod Bhuvaneshu Kintu Krishna Swayam Sambhavat Parama Pumanyu Govinda Madi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. So in that verse he says, Ramadi Murti Su Shukala Niyamena Tastan Nana Avataram Akurod Bhuvaneshu Kintu. There are crores and crores of incarnations that Lord takes. It just like bubbles in the ocean. And but Lord Krishna is the source of all incarnations. Govindam Adipurusham Tamaham Bhajami. So in that verse also, Lord Brahma glorifies Krishna like that.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Vasant Prabhuji. It's a very nice question. Hare Krishna. It's 9:11. Forgive me, it took more time. So we'll conclude the session today. शिला प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, ग्रंथराज भगवत गीता की जय। पंचाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Sri Krishna Prabhuji ki jai, Baldev Prabhuji ki
हरे
jai.
कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna.